Hey everybody, thank you. Welcome back. This is Sunbonkreations. So today I am making four different 6.5 millimeter bracelets. I've already made this one. These are my sisters. She asked me to, she bought these and she asked me to make her some bracelets. So I have already made these, and look at that beautiful color combination. She has an eye also for putting our colors together, for blending things together. So what we're going to do is get into it. And then I'm going to talk to you about the different stones, AA. These are AA stones that I'm using. We found another bead store here in the upstate, and oh my gosh, it's like walking into almost halfway paradise. They had beads. They got beads that my bead man don't have. They got walls and walls. And I asked the lady, I said, how long have you been here? She said, we've been here for over 20 some years. And I'm like, why didn't I know about this? Because I believe I had Googled gemstone beads or beads in Greenville. And they never showed up on radar until I ran into this lady in the bead store, and she was telling me about them. And I said, what? So it took me, a few weeks to get over there. And when I tell you, we talking beads for days. Beads for days. So let me show you what we found in there and what I'm going to be making for her. So we found the Lemurian calcite. It's like an Aqua Lemurian calcite. That's what this is. I don't know if you can see it in there or not, but I'm going to pick the bracelet. Like, the strand that I got was about like this, so I'm able to get two bracelets out of there. So this is the Lemurian Aqua. It's called the Aqua Lemurian calcite. And look at the these are all inner cuts too. These are the nicer cuts. So look at the color. How the different reds and the browns and the creams intermingle, with this bead and form that type of energy. Yes. So now with these, sometimes you just can't mix different beads and energy together, because sometimes it'll be like a negative effect, or these beads may not be combined, together, because the energy may be doing one thing. One bead energy may be doing one thing, and then the other bead energy may be doing another thing, and it's like opposite. And you're not going to get the desired effect of each bead. But isn't that gorgeous? Now, this one bead per se is for emotional healing. If you're on a spiritual path, this is for spiritual growth. I'm sure there are others out there for the same thing. Also, this is for, it said contact. Well, connects to the lost civilization of the Lemurians. If you're not familiar with the Lemurians, it's all over YouTube. You can go and check that out. But this is a beautiful bead. And this, y'all, look at this Imperial Jasper. OMG. This is gorgeous Jasper, guys. Gorgeous. Now let's look at the benefit of this one, or the properties. Let's just say the properties. We don't want to say the wrong thing here on YouTube. This one is for peace, serenity, courage, determination, and focus, and provides beautiful, stable grounding. Now these will fit a wrist. Like I have like a 6.5. So that's how that fits on my wrist. These are beautiful beads, beautiful. And her wrist is a little bit smaller than mine. So, you know, by now I do like 23 for an average wrist or a small size wrist like ours. I do like a 23 bead. So if I wanted to do like a bigger, I do like a 24 to go up to maybe like a 6.5 to a 7. And if I want to do a little bit over 7, I do like a 25 bead. But these beads are 8mm. Now, and I'm finding out, depending on the bead and the quality of the bead, 8mm is going to be smaller than some of the regular beads that you get out of the crafting stores. You know, I'm not going to call the names of them. Like something like this here, they may have it listed like a 6mm bead or something. You know, it's all how they do it. Now let's get to this one. Now this one right here is called the sardonyx. This one was listed as one of the 12 stones that was on the breastplate. I forgot who wore that breastplate in the chapter of the Bible. I don't know if it was Joseph. I don't know. I can't even. Solomon, I think. But anyway, the sardonyx, sardonyx. I may not be pronouncing it correctly. And sometimes these come in more like a reddish color. But you can see like that bead, there's kind of like a, you know, red family. But they are intercut beads. When I say intercut, like I said, it's the bead that's closest to the earth. You get in the center of cut of the stone, not the outer cut. Like most beads sold in Michael's, Hobby Lobby, those are outer cut beads or elsewhere. But I look for the AAA, the center cut bead. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the portion that holds more energy in that bead and to do what it says. And these beads were, I'm not going to say heavy, but you could tell the value, you know, of the bead by the weight of the bead. And these were weighty. Not too weighty, but, you know, just good beads. Now, this one is for divine truth, lasting happiness, and stability in marriage and partnerships. For strength and stability. And these were mentioned in Revelations 21:20, the sardonyx bead. It's a beautiful bead. And the next one we have is, they call this one poppy Jasper. Now, you know, Jaspers are known for strength, vitality, and great for grounding and emotional balance and mental clarity. So check this one out. And look at the colors in it. Just gorgeous. I'm not going to be too long on here. Well, you know what? Because I got to make some bracelets. I may make 2 bracelets. Because I don't want to, you know, be too long. But those are gorgeous. Now listen, I made this one out of with the stretch magic at 0.7 because the holes in this one is tinier than the holes in the others. And the other 3 I made with this 1.0 crystal tech. And it's more stretchable, see? But when I use that stretch magic, it don't got all that stretch. And the bead frame was a little bit tighter, see that? But these will be, I'm just going to extend it, the length on this one next time I make it. But this would be perfect for my sister because her width of her hand is a little bit smaller than mine anyways. So we're going to go back with this crystal tech. See, I'm not going to be here too long. But I do want to start getting back into this. So I had a lot of things to go on. I got scammed, and I just think it's horrible. I really don't even want to talk about it, how I got scammed on Facebook. And I really, really, really wanted to go on there and do some things, but I didn't. I'm like, people will get their just dessert. That's the way I look at it. They will get their just dessert for scamming people on this earth. See, I look for the ones that got like a bigger hole in them for what I'm about to do. Because, and I know out of this here, this is 25 beads. I'm only, like I said, I'm only going to be using 23 of these beads. Because I know my sister, she loves to gift. And the beads that I got left over, I have 6 beads left over. I'm just going to put those 6 beads on some other beads that I got and pass that off to her too. Because now, like I said, when I use these strands of beads, I want to use them all though. I really don't want any leftover beads. See, I'm going to use that one on the end because the hole is bigger. That's what I'm finding. When I go through these beads, I say, okay, this hole is bigger. And it got like an indent in it. So maybe that bead was meant to use as a final bead. So I wouldn't have to use any other type of beading in here. That was the purpose. I'm like, I don't want to use a big hole bead in here just to string these. And I didn't want to use the needle method like I used one time before, and I kind of forgot, so you wouldn't see the me tie the string at the end, or tie the knot. So I figured, you know, you see a lot of people on here doing this here, but they always had them big hole beads, especially, you know, when it comes to gemstones. But I'm not doing that today. I'm trying something different today. So I'm testing it out on my sis. And I think I might have did it on this one too. I found this bonding, this right here, on YouTube. And I looked at their video, not YouTube, but Amazon, to say how to use it. It's like a bond, guys, that it'll bond things together. So I used it on those bracelets instead of the glue, instead of tying all those 5 and 6 knots. Which, you know, me, I like comfortability because I don't want to do anything and it's not going to hold up. So I was a little nervous. So I'm like, well, let me try it on her and on her beads. You know, before I push a product out. Oh, and I got to leave 2 of these. So I got to go back. I want to use that white one in there. So I'm going to just take this one off. Well, we got a lot of yellow. So I'm going to put a brown one right there. In here, let's see. Yeah, I gotta put this one right there. Just say it. And this, like I said, this one has a bigger hole. So there we go. So I got 2 beads left over. So this is 14, so I just do this one bracelet and then I'll come back. So what I'm doing now, like I said, I'm tying this off. Since they said this is a bonding agent, I was able to tie this knot twice. You have to, what I'm doing is tying it twice. And I'm drawing it as tight as I can. But I know there's another way. I've seen somebody do like a sailor knot where I didn't have to tie that twice. I need to go and see how they did that. Again, on YouTube. And the knot was already tied. And it wouldn't even come apart. And then I could have used that, used that bonding glue, and I would have been more. Yeah, I hadn't done this in so long. I'm getting getting a little clumsy with it. So we're gonna take it over twice, like that. And that's not what I want. Because I want my knots to make sure there's a knot and it don't come from being unraveled. And that's not it. So we're just going to go back to this way. I'm just practicing here, guys. Trying to get it done. I'm going to pull it that way. And I'm going to bring another knot in here. Let's go find that other video that I watched. Let's see. And we're going to do that because I want to make sure the knot, it has to be a knot when you use this bonding glue. And you see I got a little bitty knot in there because I need that bead to go through that hole because it's such a tiny hole. Now, when I put this bonding on, now guess what? The bonding forms like a bigger area. I tied it twice. And now I'm going to put this bonding on there. When it says it bonds, trust me, it bonds. So I got it open up. So this is my new method. Like I say, I'm testing it out on my sis because I use a lot of these gemstone crystal beads lately. Okay. So that's what it looks like. It's tight. So I just use that to bond it. And I'm just going to cut this off. And you see that? You can't even tell the knot. And I'm going to move that over just a tad bit. Like I said, this is my method. I'm not telling anybody, you keep on doing, what you do. But this is what I'm doing for my bracelets now. And I'm going to go back and put just a tad bit more on there to make sure that it's bonding. So this is what I'm doing, guys. So I made that one bracelet. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And we're just going to set it aside like the rest. And so far, we got these. And the mix on them. Those beautiful. But thank you guys, and we will catch you in the next video.